Okay, yes. So the purpose of the furlough scheme, of course, was to try and prevent employers from making redundancies. Saying that, it's always been clear that redundancies can be made during the furlough period while the scheme is up and running. But the question for employment lawyers and HR professionals has always been during this time, if we make somebody redundant, and as an alternative to placing them on furlough, will we be exposing ourselves to a claim for unfair dismissal? And I think the answer has got to be yes. That is potentially up until the 1st of August, when the employer starts to having to financially contribute towards the furlough pay. So I think up until now, I think yes, if employers have made redundancies in respect of employees with 2 years service or more, instead of placing them on furlough or continuing them on furlough, then depending on the circumstances, they could be exposed to an unfair dismissal claim. However, because the scheme is coming to an end and because of the financial contributions that are now being required from the 1st of August, I think it's less likely that unfair dismissal claims will succeed. And it's really an exercise for the employer still to weigh up the needs to make redundancies over continuing furlough. But obviously everybody accepts that their financial contribution is going to start and increase from the 1st of August.
Okay, so is an employer obliged to consider reducing employees' working hours to avoid redundancies, especially in light of the changes to the furlough scheme from the 1st of July?
Yeah, I think employers should definitely consider it, yeah. So from the 1st of July, the scheme, for today, the scheme changes. So provided employees have previously been furloughed, from the 1st of July, from today, they can be flexibly furloughed, which means that they can be brought back to work for some of their hours, normal hours of working or days of working, and they can be retained on furlough for the other part of their normal hours or days of working. In respect of their furloughed days or hours, they will be entitled, or the employer will be entitled to recover the 80% furlough pay subject to a prorated cap from the government fund. And in respect of the hours that they continue to work, then the employer will have to pay them full pay. But yes, it's definitely something that I think the employer should consider in determining whether it's appropriate and reasonable for them to enter into a redundancy process.
Great.